And I know I'm running out of time, but... You know, right now Isaac is kind of my, is my late night game. If Lisa's ever watching something, she's been watching a show that she's really into right now, and so... But of course, you know, recently I've been playing Metal Gear, but if she's ever watching something, I'll just pick up Isaac, so... For a couple hours a day, but... Yay, stream! That's right, Tiberius Kirk. Yay, stream!
Yay! Everybody hates us!
Everybody hates us because we don't much care for Metal Gear. For reasons that are seemingly valid, but hey, that doesn't matter.
Oh, it's one of Scrotus's
It
convoys.
doesn't matter. Nothing.
Their lead truck.
Oh, apparently if you use the seed, you don't get the achievement? Oh, well, that's good to know, because I haven't been using seeds.
Ah!
That's great. That's great to know.
Such a mysterious
Saved you
force.
some headache.
I eventually would have broken down and used the seed, and then I wouldn't have gotten the achievement. And you're like, what the fuck? I would have sent so many angry tweets.
They're coming.
Oh, I know, Mr. Scheismile. I like, and you know, again, Rich and I don't want to take away anyone's enjoyment of a game. We're just trying to articulate our own feelings.
To be fair, Jack's feelings are a lot stronger than mine.
It's true. My feelings are a lot stronger than Rich.
I am more on the fencey
Yes,
than Jack is.
and I've gone to full over contempt.
There's a lot of individual things I like, and for some reason, as a whole, I'm not super into it.
Right. And I agree with Rich on the individual things that I like about the game. And like I talked about on Sunday, I love
The lights will
the individual missions. I love planning the missions. I love the reconnaissance. I just love sneaking. And being sneaky is so much fun. Being sneaky is so much fun. Sandstorms. Oh my god, I fucking love sandstorms. You get... I was on a big mission recently, and it was like a huge area.
Yeah.
And I was at the final objective, and there was a guy on a roof, and I quickly grabbed him, interrogated him, and he said there were some blueprints, but the blueprints were in a building way on the other side of the arena. It's like, well, fuck it, I need these blueprints before I complete the mission. So I head all the way over to the blueprints, and I'm in this wide open area, and there's a ton of guys, and a sandstorm comes. And a sandstorm blocks everyone's vision. You know? So basically, you just fucking run. It was wonderful. But then I took so long to go get the blueprints that a different guy who I had just knocked out and didn't want to Fulton him out yet because other guys were around him had woken up.
Oh my god!
Oh my! So it was an alarm got raised. It was a whole to-do. It was great. It was fucking great. The individual missions are so much fun. But there's this other part to the game that has now started to take over the game. Base management, cutscenes, story. All those things I really fucking hate.
I'm going to continue to try and ignore base management as much as I can. Other than maybe trying to get somebody to build me equipment every now and then.
Well, that's the problem, is to build certain equipment, you need your individual parts of your base to be at certain levels. And so then it's really important to like make sure the right people are on the right teams, to get rid of the troublemakers when there are some. And apparently there are special rules for troublemakers, where if there are two troublemakers on a team, they cancel each other out. And so then you need to make sure that there's an even number of troublemakers if there are troublemakers. It's just...
It sounds like a pain in the ass and exactly the kind of thing I don't want to do in a tactical espionage stealth game.
This is where I am, Rich!
Yeah.
This is where I fucking am. And I'm not like looking online for like strategies or anything. I'm just listening to what the game tells me. That's what I'm doing. Only the things the game tells me. Yes, I know Twitch plays Pokemon that there's a button to automatically assign everyone. But then why have that part of the game? Like, you're supposed to be the big boss. You're supposed to be in charge, and the game tells you to be in charge and manage your guys. So I'm listening to the game. I understand completely that I can ignore all of this. But I'm doing my best to do what the game tells me to do. I'm letting the game bring me in, and I hate it.
Before going into this area. Oh, live and learn. Live and learn.
Yeah. And again, the Thanatos, I know I don't have to do everything the game suggests, but the thing is, why are they suggesting something that is tedious? Shouldn't this just be, if the things that are bothering me about the game are tedious by nature and can be very easily skipped, then why are they even part of the game? Think about that. Because it's a bunch of bullshit.
Are you okay, Jack?
No! I played a lot of it today, and so I'm just extra riled up about Metal Gear today. I'm gonna go get some fucking water. Done with my beer. Oh, fuck.
Yes! Even the littlest ones are armored up. You look like death in a death ray, friend. You the one who spewed
analogy-
Destructo on the red-eye
The
graveyard?
analogy that you guys are giving me for, that part of the game can be ignored would be like, if you were watching a movie and you'd be like, oh, this movie is pretty good, except for like, there's these two scenes that are really out of place. And someone goes, well, on the DVD you can just skip those scenes. And you go, well, that's part of the fucking movie. It's still a problem because it's part of the movie. And of course I could just skip those scenes and not be bothered by those specific scenes. But then why did they put them in there in the first place?
We should hunt them down. The cowboys carry crew to Gastown.
Take down a couple of bases, and then we'll switch together.
Anything you want, Rich. I'm just here. I'm just here. Having fun.
See me fail at Metal Gear.
Do it. Oh my god, that would be so awesome. I don't know how Ronda Rousey acts, but I did hear that leftover beefcake. Did you hear that?
Which?
Ronda Rousey,
Yeah.
the
Fighter.
Ultimate Fighter, is starring. Rumor is starring in a Roadhouse remake. I love Roadhouse. I'd love to,
I gotta admit, I've never seen Roadhouse.
You've never seen
I've never
Roadhouse?
seen Roadhouse.
It's not a good movie, but
Yeah.
it's one of those that you should see.
I saw Jay's face punching montage, and I think that's everything I need to know about Roadhouse.
Yes. If they can make a dumb
I gotta get into that.
fucking action movie with a chick bouncer, I would love that. Who knows how good of an actress she is? She might be terrible, but it would be very fun to watch. I am. I'm a little burned out on Metal Gear right now, and I'm sorry that I'm bringing this into the stream.
Ronda Rousey?
No, oh no. People are just catching up with my Metal Gear thing. But again, this is something that Rich and I have been talking about, which is like, why am I so upset that I've been playing this game? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah. When I know there's a lot of things I should love about it.
Right. And so I've been doing my best to articulate my points, and of course there are counterpoints, and if you like the world, and if you've played all the games and you like the characters and you just like being in the world, I think there's a lot of stuff that a veteran of the Metal Gear series will look over as like, oh, that's just Metal Gear. But as someone who hasn't really played a game since the Metal Gear Solid for PlayStation 1, I'm just fucking pissed off at it. And that's Metal Gear is not a good enough explanation for me. You know.
That's the way we fight.
What's going on?
I'm getting harassed constantly by cars. When I don't want to fuck around with cars. So I'm just wasting ammo blowing them up. Oh, great. Now the sniper's on me. Oh. Fuck you. Oh, fuck off.
Oh no, Kamaxian, it's fine if you want to bring it up. Like obviously, like Metal Gear's the big game right now. Everyone's talking about it, and I guess obviously I'm bringing up a lot of my negative points now. Or forever hold your peas. I'll fucking hold my peas. I do want to reiterate that I really do enjoy the individual missions. Like, just, planning my route of attack.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out, like, oh, if I get caught here, where can I escape to? Interrogating all the guys and finding all of the extra, like, items for your base. I love all that.
I just can't bring myself to do more than 1 or 2 missions at a time.
This is the thing. This is the real thing. But
at the rate I'm going, it will take me 5 years to beat the game.
That's a good investment. But each individual mission I really do enjoy. I have a lot of fun. I even have a lot of fun just walking around in the world. Just, riding your horse, looking for plants. Fuck it, I'll cut down plants all day. So, I don't want to sound like I'm 100% shitting on the game. Overall, I don't much care for it right now. But it's not a 100% thing. There are aspects of the game I do really enjoy. Ooh, I like how these guys are painted. That's fun. Mr. Shinesmile, I'm not angry about the cutscenes. Here's what bothers me about the cutscenes, is I want some of that crazy in the game.
Like crazy? Oh god, I don't want crazy in the game. I hate it when Metal Gear goes crazy.
I want some of it in
Metal
the
Gear
game.
goes crazy enough. We can have a Metal Gear game that doesn't go crazy.
Like, for example, let's take Bloodborne as a counterpoint, right? The entire game is fighting these huge, grotesque monsters. Or fighting monsters, right? Mm-hmm. Some small monsters, some big monsters. And they have these little cutscenes in Bloodborne that have big monsters in them. But in Metal Gear, we have these cutscenes with ridiculous characters and over-the-top anime-esque sci-fi-ness. But then the game is standard military, dry espionage drama. And
you can be silly, you can be serious, you can be a mixture, but be consistent. Don't go from one to the other.
From one extreme to the other. And that's my problem with the cutscenes, is they are not connected to the gameplay. So far. Maybe it gets there later. Again, I'm only at 15% of the game. Mm-hmm. But so far, the cutscenes have been demons riding unicorns, and the gameplay is attacking a military stronghold in Afghanistan because they hold a key strategic military document.
I would be so fine with just that.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I would be fine with that, but this is my problem.
I was so upset when I got attacked by, mist ghost zombie men.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I was having a nice Afghanistan adventure where I rescued a POW, gave him sunglasses back.
I was having a nice dry,
Now this crap is happening.
espionage. Yeah. They're disparate. They are not connected well.
That's Metal Gear.
That's
What the defenders will say.
Of course, but that doesn't mean it's
That
good.
doesn't mean, yes, that doesn't mean it's good.
Am I only complaining about Metal Gear cutscenes because I have to watch them for review purposes? Maybe.
At this point, I've decided I'm not gonna watch them for review purposes. I've already decided I hate the storytelling. Seeing more of it isn't going to change that. Next time I see a fire zombie, I'm tuning out.
Mm-hmm. That's true. I did. I just ran it. Did you fight those zombies in that first level?
I tried, and then I realized I couldn't, so I started running.
Yeah, I just ran away too. I died a couple times and then I ran away. So.
Yeah, I died a couple times, which is really annoying because it ruined like a pretty perfect stealthy kind of run.
Chaos says he doesn't understand all the Metal Gear discussion when we're not playing it at the moment. We are both playing it also. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say Mad Max doesn't have that much to discuss. The thing you need to take away from Metal Gear is Rich would rather be playing Mad Max right now.
That is true. In general, I'm getting more enjoyment out of this.
Yes, Thanatos. I would be more accepting of the fantasy elements of Metal Gear if it didn't have the hard military aesthetic. What I'm asking for is one or the other. Either the game is a dry military espionage game, or it's a fantasy anime romp. But at the moment, they are jumping wildly from these two disparate tones, and that makes it no good time for me, anyways. So that's all. That's all I have to say.
What time is it?
Is this Batman DLC? Right. It is almost
You know what?
10.
The combat does feel just different enough. I think, I was saying this earlier, I think before you even showed up,
Yeah.
that we need to stop thinking of this as Batman combat.
Okay.
It's free flow combat. It's its own thing. It's
Okay.
like the early first person shooters after Doom were all called Doom clones.
Right.
Right up to, and I think including Half-Life. Half-Life was a Doom clone. At some point we realized, oh no, this is in fact a new genre.
Called the first-person shooter.
Yes.
Okay.
And this, I think we're at the point where we need to recognize this is just a new genre of fighting
And
game.
what did you call the fighting?
Free flow, I think,
Free flow
is
combat?
the name it's been given.
Okay, so this is just, it has a free-flow
Yeah.
fighting mechanic.
Yeah.
Okay. A free-flow fighter. That's hard to say.
I think that's where we're at in life.
The free-flow fighter. Oh, man, I can't do it.
Fighter.
I've had a drink.
Free
I've had
flow
one
fighter.
beer, Rich, and I can't do it. The free-flow fighter.
Yeah, Rich loves Zone of the Enders, which is anime as fuck, yet somehow is like 20 times more down to earth than Metal Gear.
What?
Other than the giant robots, really, Zone of the Enders isn't that anime, all said and done.
But also, you know, because you played Zone of the Enders once.
Yeah,
It seemed like it had its tone pretty well
Yeah.
down in the anime sector.
Yeah.
You know, like, it chose its horrors.
it's,
It chose
what we
its
are.
crazy rainbow anime horrors.
This is what I am, it
Yes.
said.
Yes, it wasn't trying to be at all.
I'm missing a scrap, which is annoying.
You're missing some scrap?
Yeah, there's one hidden around here somewhere.
How do you know? It tells you?
Yep, 5, 6.
Oh, that is annoying.
Because it's just that one. Oh. I could run around looking for it, but I don't know how long that'll take.
Yeah, run around, look for it. You know what? Once you find it, then we'll switch over to Metal Gear.
Well, I could run around, look for the scrap, or I could try and beat one more base up. I think I'd rather beat another base up. Than
Okay, go beat another
missing
base.
scrap.
It's like she's tugging at my soul, Saint. You be careful here.
Thanos, I mean, it doesn't matter if Kojima didn't write Zone of the Enders. He was just a producer. I mean, we were making a comparison. Like,
Our enemies
never mind, Thanos. You're a fan of Metal Gear. I think that's great. Be a fan of Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Like what you like, man. We're not here to harp on that.
Yeah.
We're not here to take away your like of Metal Gear. We're discussing why we're not into it at the moment. And I think you should like whatever you like, man. Do you. I unironically like Kesha. That's a thing I enjoy. I enjoy kind of shitty girly pop. I love it. I think it's great. I'm sure there are plenty of reasons why I shouldn't like it. Valid reasons. But that's not going to stop my enjoyment. $, huh.
You just keep saying those things you're saying, and I don't know what they are.
That's all right.
You just keep doing that.
She spells her name. She spells her S with a $.
What?
Kesha.
That's just silly.
It is. Speaking of $signs in name, I've also been really enjoying Aesop Rocky. He's a rapper. He's great. Well, he's not great, but I enjoy his album. Long Live. And really listening to the fuck out of it lately. With headphones, because he cusses a lot. Just straight up, a lot of cussing.
Fix my car. Lousy hunchback.
What? What?
The killer of Scrotus pups comes. In that crack yonder, you can go in and kill
Kesha doesn't change the fact that you are factually wrong. Factually wrong about what?
Especially if you shut their war crier up.
We have given nothing but opinions so far.
Look to the Rex to the right.
Opinions are
entrance.
different than
The
facts.
easier way in. Hit it.
Could
People don't like when you don't love things
they love? I know. Are you upset because we said that?
I've never said I even hated the new Metal Gear.
Right.
I've just said I don't love it.
I think he's upset because we called Kojima the director of Zone of Enders, and he was only the producer.
I don't, whatever.
Who cares, man?
Whatever.
Who fucking cares? He's got his name on 2 games. It doesn't fucking matter. Everything's fine, like, all the time. You guys need to know this.
I'd never abandon her. But they did. It's gonna be.
Well, Jack said earlier that I think it's a bad game. There are aspects I really like. Rich is still on the fence.
Yeah. We're not, believe it or not, we're not the same person.
Rich and I are different people.
We have different feelings on things.
Yes.
And everything we say or do is like only what we individually think. And there's, we don't have a hive mind.
We don't. Rich is still on the fence on whether or not he enjoys the game.
His shooting days are over.
I have decided I'm still going to give it a go, and I'm still going to do my best to be objective about the game, even though, the past 20 hours I have not much cared for. Leftover beefcake. I will never talk shit about Roadhouse. I love Roadhouse.
How to get in there?
Okay, hold on, Thanatos. I'm with you here. I'm delving into your crazy.
What is this crazy?
Well, he's trying to. When you say that the game makes you do things you don't have to do, you doing the things you don't like and saying you don't like them makes no sense. Don't do them. About Zone of the Enders, I thought you were wondering why Zone of the Enders was less anime than Metal Gear Solid when both were Kojima. Oh, you don't really care about that. Oh no, well, and as far as like the whole base management thing, I'm complaining about base management and about going around and raising morale. I don't like that part of the game. And I could just ignore it, but like I said, the game has told me that that is important.
And see, we're different people. I have chosen to ignore it.
Right. I like to pay attention to those parts of the games. Like, if a game tells me that, like, oh, you do this, it'll raise your morale and they'll make stuff faster for you, I can only assume that going around and getting your guys to salute you has some sort of benefit because it gives you a little pellet. You go around, some guy salutes you, and you get a little bing. Staff morale has raised. Ooh, I've raised staff morale just by getting him to salute me. So then I want to get that bing every single time. The game has positively reinforced the get your staff to salute you game. It's not a game I particularly enjoy, but the game has told me that it's good and it has positively reinforced my actions. Again, the analogy is, is the movie, the scene I don't like in the movie, and you could always skip it. I could always skip it. But the game tells me it wants me to do these things. This is how I'm playing the game. And if it's bad, why is it in the game? Maybe because it's a bad game. But if you don't like it, why torture yourself? Then why put it in the game? I'm torturing myself because I have to play the game for the show. That's what I'm torturing myself. It's just a way. Twitch Plays Pokemon says, it's a benefit, but not a big one. Raising morale this way is like collecting near-worthless collectibles in platformers. It's just something to do while passing time. The game has given no indication of that. I'm glad to hear that personally, because I will stop doing it then. But the game has not given any indication to that. It gives me a pellet every time I get a guy to salute me. It gives me a reward.
Might be need to do a few times. I don't think I would waste a lot of time doing it, though.
I've been. The game told me I should, Rich. Why would I not listen to the game?
Because I play games to have fun. If I'm not having fun doing something in a game,
then it might not be a fun game.
I'll probably not do it if I don't absolutely have to.
Then why would the game tell you to do it in the first place?
It's an option. There's people with OCD.
I do not have OCD. I do like, things to be orderly, but that is certainly not.
I would like to end this game wearing the Mad Max jacket.
Do I think that the base management is inherently bad, or do I just not personally like base management? I don't like base management.
It's not what I want to do in a tactical espionage stealth game.
Yeah.
It's like it's like work on top of your the thing you paid money for.
So I guess to answer your question, I think both. I think I don't like it in general, and it does not mesh well with the stealthy, actiony part of the game.
Oh, you.
It also, I don't think, meshes tonally with the game, which is going for a war is hell kind of tone. A tired of war You know, that's kind of the look that Snake has on him at all times, is he's tired of war. But literally the entire base management thing is build a bigger war. You know? So I think it doesn't mesh tonally. It doesn't mesh with the other part of the game, which is more action-y. And personally, I don't like it. So there you go. All three, the trifecta.
Saying the theme is revenge.
The theme is revenge?
Then why aren't more of my missions against the people who hurt you directly? Why are we fucking around in Afghanistan if the theme is revenge?
Rich Evans just dropped the mic.
There is no theme.
I don't think there is a theme. No, and I don't think the theme is revenge. I mean...
We have a Mad Max jacket.
We have a Mad Max jacket?
Yeah, Mad Max jacket.
Do it. Yeah!
Which, oddly enough, is completely different from the one in the opening cutscene.
Oh. Well, there you go. Kojima said the theme is race? What?
Kojima has his head up his ass.
Kojima,
He really does have his head up his ass.
What? Yeah, no, I know we're tracking down Cypher. Like, I get it that the story is revenge. I'm trying to think of what happens in the game. So quick lesson for everyone who's upset with us for not believing that the theme is revenge. So theme and story are usually different things. In the story, yes, we are getting revenge over those who destroyed Mother Base. And that's why we're rebuilding Mother Base, right? But I'm trying to think of things that happen in the game that go along with the theme of revenge. And it's hard for me to think of those things. No, I've been watching every single goddamn cutscene, and you guys know how much I hate cutscenes. I've been watching all of them. I get it.
Why do I have to watch cutscenes?
Because the story is an important part of the game.
What if I'm not liking it at all?
Then you have to elaborate on why you're not liking them, and even after you elaborate on why you're not liking them, they still won't believe you. So nothing matters. Nothing matters, Rich. Our opinion is wrong, as always. My opinion is wrong. Most of the story is in the cassette tapes. Great. Great. I'll get right on that. I'll get right fucking on that. Most of the story is in an optional thing. But ties directly to
I'm glad it's optional.
You know.
I've never enjoyed Metal Gear Story. I always thought they were kind of full of themselves and they don't earn that importance. It's just schlock.
So you have your story in your cutscenes, which is completely separate from the game, and then you have the real story, which is in another part of the game that's also completely separate from the story and the cutscenes. I think that's great. I think if we could break up the story into a few more sections, that'd be great. But like the real important story, you need to actually talk to your horse. It's a real big thing. You have to find this one interpreter who speaks horse.
Is that a thing? Or I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I'm dead serious. I wasn't sure.
Yes, Thanatos, I do know that you can listen to these story tapes during your missions. I don't want to. That's not true, Petfic. I was completely ready to accept the game. You know. So now we're to the point of the evening where people are accusing, us, but probably pointed at me of not liking the game before I started. We're to that point.
I'm gonna be upfront,
Biased
biased against the story because I've always thought the Metal Gear stories were full of shit.
Sure.
But I was ready to be entertained by the gameplay.
Yes.
And I kind of am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not completely in love, and I'm wondering if it's because the story context isn't there to fully pull me into the world. Because stealth is really great for immersion, I think. Because you're taking your time, you're paying attention to your surroundings, you're very aware of what's going around, you're very into the world.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if it's not hurting me that there's not a story I care about that's sucking me fully into the world. So that I can be immersed in that atmosphere.
Yep. Because that, like, if you're really into the story, then your missions have some weight to them.
Thief. I always go back to Thief when it
Yeah.
comes to stealth.
Yeah.
Because, very, very vulnerable, very fragile, very aware of your surroundings because you have to be, very immersed in that world. I love taking in that world. It's just a beautiful, wonderful fantasy world.
Yeah.
And Metal Gear, not that at all. It's just there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So here's where we are. I'm like kicking ass in Mad Max.
Yep.
And now I have to play Metal Gear. And it's not even that I hate Metal Gear. It's just I'm having fun doing this.
Yep.
Oh,
It's hard to go play Metal Gear when I would rather be doing this.
Yep. Yep. I don't know. What other games do you have? No, I honestly would be a little curious to see how you play.
That's gonna happen. I'm gonna
Metal
drive.
Gear.
I'm
I
gonna
think
drive
we
the
should
Jeets,
play a little Metal Gear.
Make sure I'm saved.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Because I've got my mojo. I was like kicking ass.
Yeah.
No, okay.
Yeah. Or you're right. Or we could play more Rocket League. That's always it.
No.
war boy horde approaches.
No, we can't play more Rocket League. No, we might want to. Rich, have you played Dishonored?
I'm going to someday, and I'm probably going to like it.
Okay.
It's one of those ones I've been meaning to get around to, and when I do have like the time to get into it, I forget it exists. Or I'm into something else,
Sure.
Or there's something I have to play for the show. I'm not talking about Metal Gear. I'm just saying in general. There's been a lot of times where this is the game I have to play now.
Yep. Yeah.
Take it in. Oh, yap about your growing lecture.
Yeah.
When you gonna do what you said?
I know Dishonored is something like a spiritual successor to Thief. So,
It looks neat.
yeah.
It looks like it has a neat world. I've seen some some highlight reels, people's super amazing kills in Dishonored, and it looks awesome.
I miss being able to save myself in games. I hate having to be reliant on the autosave.
I'm with you.
They can do both. They really can.
I think so.
Yeah.
That has come into play many times during Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Mostly because sometimes if you leave the game, like, you watch your cutscene, everything's fine, and then you leave the game, and then they make you rewatch the little cutscene. And it's like, wait, I've already seen this. The Fury Road Steelbook? No, I didn't get the Fury Road Steelbook. Thank you, Camaxian. I hear you. I know. But I'm comfortable in having an opinion, and I'm comfortable with other people's opinions. And I think, and we've talked about this before, like why people get so defensive over opinions and the things they like. It's because we use the things we like to help define ourselves. And so it feels like an attack on Metal Gear is an attack on the person who likes Metal Gear.
Yeah.
And, I'm not attacking anyone who likes Metal Gear. I'm explaining why I don't like it. And if you like it, I think that's great.
But you're wrong for not liking it.
No, I'm glad that you found something that you enjoy. And I think finding something that you enjoy is a really difficult thing. And so congratulations on finding something you've enjoyed. I don't enjoy it. And I tell people why I don't enjoy it. And that's part of my life, is telling people why I enjoy or don't enjoy it.